A boatsman went out into a foggy lake to find peace. Then, out of nowhere, came another boat that bumped into his. He cursed whoever was on the other boat, but when the fog cleared, he discovered that it was, in fact, empty.
The sarcophagi are molds, rebirthing the bodies of the burnt one. Failure after failure, they keep coming back. They lie dormant, and then they awake at an appropriate time, during times of dark, to perform a task. The taskmaster unknown, doom spelled on the flip side of a coin. Little dolls in a dollhouse made of matches. Without a little adversity. off into the burning light. But behold, a craftsman, one of the first beings ever to wander the glade. Like you, his heart is ashen, barren, yet ripe for tasty stories. By now you must have learned there can be no tale without spark. No spark, no path. Light the fuse, it will guide the burnt one, and mayhap feed moonbird. A symbiosis most reasonable, don't you agree? Created you had a twisted sense of humor. The craftsman laughs not. He builds and breaks and builds. On the menu, Crows. Not a crawl closer, Moonbird. Avert your greedy gaze. The moving pictures are not for you. Eyes, ever watchful. They want our stories. Birds of the dark everywhere. I hear you messing around. What are you doing back there? Meet your craftsman. Avert your greedy gaze. The moving pictures are not for you. Birds of the dark everywhere. What are you tinkering with? I see you. Not a crawl closer, Moonbird.
What am I doing here?
I will rain fire upon your greedy shadow. I am messing around. Doing back there? Oh, wait, come on. To the dark with you. I see you. Not a crawl closer,
You weren't
Moonbird.
made to live.
Moving pictures are not for you. I see you. Not a crawl closer, Moonbird. Oh, damn. The pictures. They are moving again.
Forbidden. It is forbidden. It is forbidden.
Hush, no talking in the theater, fools.
Where did it go?
Father, please.
What happened? More stories.
Stories. How I cherish them. Real as clay, as palpable as the midnight air. They're all we have left once the dark has taken the last campfire from us. The projectors tell a story of failure. The craftsman projects it onto his creations. He keeps building without love for his craft. He needs to see it. Well, yours might not be a movie I would watch, but a story is a story. There's a special kind of dark pit reserved for those who talk in theaters. Go with your lantern, fire up the forbidden projectors. Keep lighting the fuse burnt one, end the story so yours can go on. Keep lighting the fuse burnt one, end the story so yours can go on.
Darkness vanishes. Darkness vanishes.
The potter, stuck in the sinking clay in which he had dug so greedily, spoke his final verse. Here was I born, and here I lived. My refuge was the clay, and now the clay has played me false in a most grievous way. blind explorers discovered a sleeping beast. Each of them touched it and described it to one another. "Its skin is coarse," said one. "No, its ears are big," exclaimed another. "The teeth are its most prominent feature," declared the third. Who was right or wrong mattered little, as the beast awoke and ate them all.
I want. May I have this dance? You are like us. Who made you? Did he make you too? If this is the end, then why am I? Have you seen the grinners? Their legs, so many. I wish. I don't know. You are. I want.
sorry reflections of the daughter. None of them will ever dance, ever feel the warmth of their maker's heart. They can never be enough.
After years of searching for her son, the weaver was convinced she had lost him to the dark. One night, there came a knock upon the door. "It's your son," said a voice. "Please let me in." Thinking this was some cruel spirit come to mock her grief, she remained silent until her son gave up and left, never to return again.
Did he make you too?
Sister, come back.
Most of my life, I've been afraid of the dark. When I was little, my childminder got annoyed with me and tossed me into a wardrobe as punishment. She let me sit there, alone, and I sat perfectly still so that no closet monsters would notice me. It was the longest, most terrible 15 minutes. Many years later, I don't know what happened, but now I love sitting alone in the dark. I get into the wardrobe, close the doors, and I sit perfectly still. It's like a void, empty, but not cold, where nothing exists and everything is possible.
The father hoped the daughter would fill his heart with fire, failing to see that she needed a fire of her own. His princess danced away, and he stayed behind, cemented in his ancient doom. The heart is a bottomless pit, never sated, always craving for more. Enough! Keep on walking the midnight walking, burnt one, all the way to your infernal doom. She will be there to gobble up the embers.
and so she woke with a yawn, so big it could have devoured the sun. She had slept for just about a decade. A decent nap by Merkel's standards. She smacked her dry lips, looking forward to what the new dawn had to offer as she left her lair and went out into the cool night. "Wait a minute," she exclaimed. "Night?" Where was the sun? Where its warm rays should have been there was only the vast night sky, not a star on its face. Well, the Merkel mumbled softly to herself, winter was late, so now the sun must be late too. Proud over her sound logic, she went back to her lair to take a complimentary nap. The Merkel had taken a nap that had lasted 2 decades. Now that counts as oversleeping even by Merkel standards. She had awoken anxiously this time, feeling misplaced and confused. The confusion grew further into panic when she was greeted not by the sun's life-giving caress, but once again by the silently mocking night sky. The Merkel. There was one star out that night, and it glowed a cold red. Who took the sun away? The Merkel asked it. But it was too distant, so she could not hear its reply for the ad button. The Merkel had never felt so empty and alone. Lost in quiet despair, she managed to open up to the winds and followed their gentle push south down the midnight walk and to the Darklands. Along the walk, she met the old soul fisher with whom she'd shared many a teacup in her days. Is that the Merkel I see? Another decade, another teacup, eh? He chuckled, but the Merkel sure wasn't in the mood to discuss teacups. Who took the sun away, soul fisher? Surely it wasn't caught by your hook. After pondering for a good minute, the soul fisher answered, "Well, there have been whispers among the fish and corals about a loathsome, hungry Mulgrim roaming the swamps. Perhaps it knows." By the time the soul fisher looked up from under his big hat, the Merkel had already continued down the road. After a long while of following oversized snail-like tracks in the mud, trudging deeper and deeper into the mushroom-ridden swamps, the Merkel heard a harrowing howl. Up on a hill stood a looming figure, dark and still in the quiet of the night. Lo and behold, the Mulgrim, she thought to herself in slack-jawed awe. She greeted the creature with a quivering voice and, unable to restrain herself, asked, "Do you know who took the sun away. Talking to monsters had never been any Merkel's forte, but this meeting proved spectacularly disastrous. Barely escaping the gnashing teeth of the Mulgrim, she managed to escape by jumping into a lake, following its stream away from the swamps. Although the Mulgrim was far behind her, she could still hear its melancholy howl. Mad with grief, she mumbled, as I will be unless I find the sun again. Tired from running, she searched for shelter and found a dark, dank cave. Cozy, even by Merkel's standards. The wind blew cold in the cave, its whispers strangely soothing to the Merkel. As it turned out, the whispering belonged to a pack of starving crawlers who had begun circling her, their language known only to the dark itself. "What are you searching for, little limb tree?" they sounded in guttural unison. "These are dark days, and your kind does not belong anymore." The Merkel gathered her courage. "I am looking for the sun. I know you crawlers eat fire for dinner. Did you eat it?" They sniffed her lantern hungrily, and instinctively, she offered its flame to them. The crawlers cackled like mad chickens. "Keep your fire, Clayling. Take it to the dark itself. Mayhaps there you shall find answers." And before the poor little Merkel could shriek, the crawlers had gone with the wind. Knowing not where to find the dark itself, everything looked pretty dark to her. The Merkel found her way back on the road, further away from home than she had ever been. The hills were looking stranger by the hour. The rocks upon them seemed to move. They were the head people, a peaceful yet grumpy sort who didn't take kindly to somebody's perusing their lands. They muttered at her as she passed them, but she couldn't make out their words. "What's that, little headlings? Are you saying you know who took the sun away?" But the heads only grunted and rolled away, back to the safety of their huts. Before she knew it, the little Merkel, lost and tired, came to stand before the dark itself, with a burning question clenched in her fist. She felt like punching the dark with it, screaming it out like the howling Mulgrim, laughing it out like the starving crawlers who had nothing left to eat but the hope of others. "Who took the sun away?" it then asked the Merkel. Its voice sounded like a dark forest, deep and ancient. "It wasn't you," the Merkel retorted. "You're its complete opposite. Surely you must be the reason it's gone." The dark then replied, "I am but the absence of light, not its adversary. Light is because I am. How could I possibly hold it in my possession?" The Merkel felt her anger fade. She understood little besides one thing, that the darkness was not behind the missing sun, nor her suffering. The wanderer asked the craftsman, "How do you make such perfect sculptures?" To which he replied, "Oh, there's nothing to it really. I go into the dark woods. I find the sculpture already waiting inside a tree. And then it's just a matter of carving it out."
When I was a child, I exchanged letters with a monster in the woods. We were best pals, and we shared all our secrets with each other. One day, my sister told me that the monster wasn't real, that she'd written me all those letters to play a joke on me. But the joke's on her, because I knew the truth about the monster in the woods, and we exchange letters to this day.